Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Sakura Gamer 2! Let's begin. Let's find up back at Manga Market, Kurumi in tow. I'm glad she's not upset anymore. She's in such high spirits, she's even whistling, but I'm a little worried that what will happen when Suki claps eyes on her. Kurumi didn't make the best first impression. I don't think Suki likes her very much, or Clover for that matter. Will they scold her, shout at her, tell her to get lost? If they did, they'd be well within their rights. Kurumi didn't do much to ingratiate herself with us, but I don't want to upset her. Now, not now, we've finally made a connection. Kurumi trusts me like nobody else. She even called me teacher. Sensei! Like I'm some kind of a role model. I don't think anybody's ever looked up to me before. It's a new feeling, and I kind of like it. Now that I think about it, in the meantime I also did update the recording software, so I don't know if I should be worried about this getting properly recorded or no. I hope no. I don't think I'd be able to stand losing my cute discipline now. But if Suki and Clover object to Kurumi's presence, who would I side with? With your own self, with your own judgment, maybe. We'll see. What? What? Not now. I mean... We have to go this way. Because I am after Suki. I'd have to pick them, wouldn't I? No matter how flattering it is to have an apprentice, Kurumi is still our enemy. It'd be nice if we could all get along, but... Hey, Nekohime, watch out! All of a sudden, I feel Kurumi's fingers around my arm. I was so lost in my own thoughts, I didn't realize it, but we're already back at the Manga Market. This is the final day of the convention, but the building still jam-packed with people. In fact, I think there might be even more than there were yesterday. So much for Clover's reassurances that the crowd would thin out. If Kurumi hadn't stopped me, I would have walked head first into a group of people queuing up at a nearby table. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. I bowed my head at the group I almost moved over, then hurry off blushing. Kurumi follows at my heels, as obedient as a puppy. When she isn't picking fights and being confrontational, she's surprisingly cute. I mean, she is. Thank you for warning me back there. Oh, it's no problem. I could see you were in a world of your own. Really fun. Teach, you should try and be more careful. You are not setting a very good example to your only student. Yeah. Alright, I take it back. Maybe Kurumi isn't that cute after all. Even when she's ostensibly following orders, she's still a know-it-all. Oh well, I guess Kurumi wouldn't be Kurumi if she wasn't a little aggravating. That's one of her core character traits. Now let's find Suki and Clover. They've been dealing with this crowd on their own for a few hours, and I bet they'll be in need for a break. Probably. I think our table was this way, maybe. Yeah, you mean you don't know? Give me a break. This building is huge, and it's crowded with people. I can barely see a foot in front of my face. Huh? No, that's strange. What is? I never begged you as the sort that was bad with directions. You sounded so capable when you talked to me earlier. I'm bad at a lot of things. Including writing stories, apparently. Thanks for that boost to my self-confidence, Kurumi. Alright, fine. I guess I'll have to take charge. I know exactly where your table is. Follow me. And how do you know that? I looked at the floor plan that was posted on the Manga Market website. Of course. I memorized the location of all the tables. But yours in particular. Don't you think that's impressive? Aren't you gonna praise me? Something like this? It is impressive, yes. There's hundreds of tables at this convention. I can imagine memorizing all their locations. But why did you focus on our table in particular? Really? You don't know? Come on. It isn't because you were planning to pick a fight, was it? I've thrown my bro for roach. Hey, Okay, did you come to this convention solely to confront us? No, of course not. I mean, that isn't the only reason. But it was a reason? Maybe, but why'd you care? It's working out in your favor, isn't it? Now stop bubbling and follow me. Kurumi cuts through the sea of people, her head high, arms swinging to and fro like a soldier's. I hurry after her, my fingers gripping the back of her shirt. I don't want to risk being parted from her. There are too many people crammed into the center. I'm afraid that, were we to lose sight of one another, I'd never find her again. Throngs of people brush around me from all sides. I'm nudged by elbows, hit with backs, and one person even steps on my foot. I wince in pain, but they don't apologize. They're in such a hurry to get over to a table before all their items sell out that I don't think they'd even realized. This place is pandemonium. Don't fall behind, Nekohime. Keep pace with me, I'll keep you safe. Thanks, Kurumi. My fingers dig into the fabric of her shirt more tightly than before. In this hot, cramped environment, she's my shining beacon of hope. Regardless of how Suki and Clover will react when they see me with Kurumi, I'm pretty glad I let her come with me. If it weren't for her guidance, I'd be lost. Damn, I barely can hear myself when I do this. Voices crash around me like waves. That's a good sound, by the way. They dig into my ears, splintering against my skull. The rank, fetid aroma of sweat, or should I say sweat, hangs heavy in the air, just like a shroud. I make the mistake of breathing through my nostrils, and I choke. Yeah, that happens. You'd think people would have the decency to at least use deodorant, but I guess not. What? I mean, don't they shower? What? Why wouldn't they? That's disgusting. You sound like you're used to this. Have you been to a lot of conventions, Kurumi? I go to Montgomery during the summer, winter, and I go to a lot of smaller conventions too. Something that I was supposed to be doing, but I've never started. I mean, anime conventions actually that are going apparently around Poland, but yeah. I mean, I was actually supposed to go with a friend at some point. I think that was last winter, but last winter was kinda nasty with snow, and decided, let's not go, next time. And there was no next time. But why? This will probably sound kind of silly, but I always want to see if my seniors from the games club back at school had joined another circle. I was hoping I'd be able to run to them so I could congratulate them. I really want to see them again. Then why don't you message them on social media? Wouldn't that be easier than going to conventions across Japan, hoping to bump into them? No way, I can't do that! Yes you can, girl. Why not? I'd be awkward, especially since I let them graduate without saying goodbye. If I'm gonna see them again, it has to be an accident. What? Does it count as an accident if you're looking for them? Carefully stage accident then. Don't be so picky about the semantics. Gee! You have too much pride, girl. I mean, having pride is a good thing. And you don't have enough of it if you're okay with writing stories for a living. Damn, I wish I had the talent to write stories for a living. I thought we'd gotten past this. Didn't you say you respected me? I guess sorry. Old habits die hard. Anyway, we're nearly there. We just need to turn this corner and then... I can see the familiar table that I helped Suki and Clover set up. Cardboard standees of the MikoMaid characters. Wait, are those... Is this our stand? You mean to tell me that Sakura Sadist is MikoMaid? I mean, yes, we had a character that basically wore a maid outfit and was a great chef. Sorry, nightmares. But whatever. Cardboard stand. Wait. Does it mean we are getting Sakura Sadist 2 at some point? Wait, this is not Sadist. What the hell am I talking about? Cupid. Cupid. This is Sakura Cupid. Are we getting Sakura Cupid 2 at some point? Anyway. Cardboard standees of the MikoMaid characters are dotted here and there. Oh my god, sorry. Sorry. And there's several large posters set up with MikoMaid characters emblazoned on them. MikoMaid 2's cheery opening music plays from the widescreen TV set up on our table. Where is it? And the unmade opening repeats on a loop. There, standing behind the table, are Clover and Suki. By the way, you are welcome that the music in the video is from the game is not blasting for you at maximum volume. It's blasting for me at maximum, and yeah. And it's constantly the same, you know. And they are not alone. There's a huge crowd clustered about the table, stretching back as far as the eye can see. People are crammed about the table, desperate to buy the remaining copies of MikoMaid 2. At least I assume that's why they're there, but why is there an old woman standing at the front of the queue? Oh, Day 1 confrontation, Day 2 another confrontation. Things are not looking good. She doesn't look like your typical manga market visitor. Her hair is thin and grey and piled into a bun on the top of her head. She's wearing a traditional kimono, despite the sweltering heat, with long sleeves and tight obi. Her feet, meanwhile, are clad in white socks and wooden sandals. Her face is lined and her body small and stopping. But there's something unnerving about the harshness of her sharp, narrowed eyes. She almost reminds me of a hawk surveying its prey. Nekohime, who's this old lady? And what she's doing here? Don't know. She looks familiar. I think I might have seen her before. And then the penny drops. Realization downs. I know who this woman is. I've seen her before, but it was under vastly different circumstances. This is the old lady I met at the shrine in Sakura. She's the one who wanted my help after she posted kernels of rice in the D drive of her laptop. Then that must mean... Tsukiko! Explain yourself! What are you doing in the invisible dead of the private like this? Selling a game. This woman is Suki's grandmother. That bitch. I managed to pinpoint the old woman's identity, but that only leaves me with more questions. What is she doing here? How did she know Suki would be here, and what does she want from her? Suki seems to be thinking much the same thing, because she says tremulously, "What are you doing here?" No, Tsukiko, is there any way to speak to me? Yes. I'm sorry. Tsukiko clears the throat, then tries again. To what do I owe you the pleasure of seeing you on this pleasant day? That sounds so fucking fake. You want her to speak like that? Are you retarded? Wow. Suki tries to sound unconcerned, but her voice is trembling. So are her legs. Suki's always been such a confident woman, but the mere presence of her grandmother has turned her into a quivering little girl again. I wonder if it's the unexpectedness of this encounter that's making her tremble so much. Anybody would be shocked. But Suki doesn't just look surprised, she looks scared. I think it should be rather obvious, don't you? Suki's grandmother casts a disapproving look at the cardboard standees and the widescreen TV and the box of MikoMaid 2 displayed on the table. I've come to take you back home. Go fuck yourself. Back home? But why? It's been more than a year ago. You left without saying a word and you broke my heart. You deserve that. You should count yourself lucky your parents are both abroad and they have no idea of the deceit, or they will be worried out of their minds. Why do you say that? She's making video games, and apparently successfully. Why would they be worried? They entrusted me to look after you, and that was a mistake. And that's precisely what I need to do. Now come, the silliness has gone on long enough. Silliness? You mean to say my pursuing just my own dream is silly? Indeed, it is the height of foolishness. Just look around you, Tsukiko. Wow, you're a bitch. I honestly hope that basically people around might turn really angry and might try to somehow, even just verbally of course, destroy her. Suki's grandmother, that bitch, turns back, staring at the crowd of curious onlookers clustered about our table. Most of them are men, anywhere from 18 to 40, clutching bags filled with merchandise of half-naked anime girls. You do not belong here. You're a young flower, and as such you need to be nurtured in a fitting environment. No. I will not have you mixing with crowds like this. Hey, that isn't very nice. There's nothing wrong with our fans. We love and value them all, no matter how sweaty they might be. I'm sorry, but I didn't ask you for your opinion. Yeah, nobody asked for yours as well. Suki's grandmother shoots over a piercing glare. If I want your input, I would ask for it, for I doubt you have anything of real and part to say. Your clothes are utterly scandalous. You might be so stupid you cannot wear a shirt that fits you, but I hope you at least have enough sense to hold your tongue when I'm trying to talk to my loved granddaughter. Wow, I wish she was slaughtered. Hey, I'm not stupid, I used to be a teacher. And what did you teach, huh? Belly dancing? Please, MikoMaid fans, destroy her. No, I worked at an elementary school. I taught math and geography and stuff. Oh, then I fear for the youth of today. If loose women such as several. Oh, fuck. She pisses me off. Alas, I didn't come here to bemoan the state of public education, which is appalling by the by. Come here, Suki, say goodbye to your little friend and leave this place behind you. Don't. Suki bites her lower lip. She looks down the ground, her fingers twitching at her sides. Don't. No! Good. What was that? I said no! I already ran away from you once. Old hack, I'm hardly likely to come back. Why of all the insolence? Suki's grandmother takes a step back, her face pale as a death mask. How dare you threaten me, Tsukiko? Do you have no filial love in your heart? I mean, you don't deserve any love, let's face it. How could you ignore my heartfelt pleas when it was I who fed you and dressed you and bathed you during your childhood? I gave my life to raising you on your parents' behalf. The least you could do is show me some respect. Sorry, but from what I've heard, you were a really shitty person to raise her, so you deserve zero respect. I respect when you respect me, you old hack. Nice! I don't know how we figured it out here, but it doesn't matter. I won't come back. I want to pursue my dreams. Your dreams? And what worth do dreams have? You're not a child more, and it's time to face reality. We can't all do what we want in life. I mean, she can. She can. She already reached that possibility, so fuck off, old hack. You're right. You're right, I'm not a child, and I'm legally old enough to make our own decisions. I'm in my 20s and I have no obligations to keep living with a bitter old woman like you. You forget I cared for you when you were young. I made you what you are now. How can you turn your back on me now, after everything I've done? She can, it's easy. Oh, that's easy. You made it easy. If you would be nicer to me, running away would have been so much harder, but you made my life a misery when I lived with you. You were always so strict. Nothing I did or said was for good enough, so I decided to find people who would accept me the way I am. You want people to accept you, I see. It's clear to me that you don't wish to improve yourself. Instead, you want to surround yourself with lazy slaughterers who let you indulge your vices. Wow, you're such a bitch, oh my god. That may be enough to make you happy, Tsuki, but it isn't for me. I've poured years upon years into education. I've done my best to turn into the perfect lady, and I will not have you throw it back in my face. Do you mean that you are the perfect lady? Because honestly, no. I'm pretty sure most of people would with pleasure smack you in the face. Like, really. Pretty sure that's how most people would feel. Do you know what you're doing right now? I'm pursuing your dreams, as you called it. Oh, it's only turning you into a joke. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like I care about that. I just want to be happy. Besides, you've never once respected me no matter what I did. I'm used to disappointment by now. It's not like your words can hurt me. That's what Suki says, but she's shaking like a leaf in the wind. I think her grandmother, that old hag, can see this too. She only needs to deliver one more blow and then she'll tear Suki's resolve into shreds for good. What a frightening, indomitable woman. She might be old, with wrinkled skin and a stooped back, but she's just as fearsome as a dragon. No, she isn't. I hurt you with my words, Suki, because I don't. You hurt yourself with your poor decisions. Oh my god, she's so annoying. No matter what you do, you are my granddaughter and I do love you. Dubbed. Suki snorts and her grandmother frowns. You might doubt this, but it's true. Everything I do and say is for your benefit. Dubbed. I don't want you wasting your time drawing lewd artwork and dressing in skimpy clothes. Nobody respects you then. Dubbed. You're ruining your image, not to mention your future prospects. That's not true. What are you talking about? There are a lot of people who started with lewd artwork and then moved higher. So, shut up, old hag. Get your facts properly. You look foolish and I'm not the only one who thinks that. Other people have derided it you far more cruelly than I have. What the fuck are you talking about? Other people? Suki blinks at her grandmother, curious despite herself. What do you mean? I saw the video. Sakura sent me. That's how I knew you were here. You were right across the coals by the other girl. She said all sorts of horrible things too, and you were smart about us. I agreed with her. Okay, can we just kick her out? The girl isn't the only one who disparages you either. I found some reviews for your so-called stories. So that's what you'll be doing with your life. Time, is it? And they all said much the same thing. They said your stories are worthless. I'm sure that's why all these people showed up at the event. It's because they want to laugh at you. No! Yeah, it's true, you know it to be so. Now come here and let's put all this nonsense behind us. Looking at you in this state makes me feel sick. Suki opens her mouth, but the words catch in her throat. She winces and stares at her feet. She's trembling. Really? Make you feel sick? Indeed you do, but don't worry. We all make mistakes in our life. Even I disobeyed my family on occasion. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. I'm pretty sure you were the type of person that would literally lick their ass if they asked you to. So, yeah, the disobey my family on occasion, that's definitely not true. Suki's grandmother looks at one of the cardboard standees despairingly. Well, of course it was never to this magnitude. Still, I suppose it's true. We have always been stubborn in our family. It can be positive, you know. If only you would direct your efforts to more worthwhile endeavors. And even if she says so that means she abandoned her own dreams. And she's making her granddaughter do the same. Because she can't stand the other person is capable to get to those dreams. I think I hit the nail in the correct place now. Now, come along, dear. All this can still go very well. I love you know. You don't. So please don't hesitate. Do you really want to remain the limelight like this? I can be interested in the internet myself, but... Fucking capital letter, woman! Doesn't receiving all these mocking comments hurt? If you mind my voice, advice, none of this would be happening. Nobody would say your things about you. You just need to know your place. So, no, stop. That's not true. Stop. That's bullshit. Tsukiko, you know about this. Because she says that nobody would say cruel things about you. That's not true, and you know that as well, because that bitch is the one that's been saying bad words about you before all the time. Hey, give me the choice. I'm gonna freaking destroy this situation. Suki sniffs. So I tried to support her internally, willing Suki to stand up to her ogre of grandmother. I mean, move! I know it's already too late. No, it's not! Suki was able to withstand the barrage of angry remarks from Kurumi yesterday, but Kurumi was a stranger. Suki had no fond feelings for her. This conflagration is different. This isn't a stranger. It's Suki's grandmother. Kind of like stranger. This is somebody Suki knows, who she loves, and who she trusts. Now that's bullshit. Okay, what I'm gonna say is kinda probably offensive for some people, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Just because you are family with someone doesn't mean you must love them. I mean, and this is a fact. And also, you don't need to trust them. So, Suki was able to run away once, but I think she still feels guilty about deserting her elderly caretaker, for she always laughed when I brought the subject up. Suki isn't heartless, she cares. And having your dreams torn down by somebody you love hurts. I won't admit it. I was trying to keep a brave face on no matter what I mean. I'm the creative head of a group. I'm the one in charge. I'm the one who said, hey, let's make a game. I figured it was my responsibility to stay strong no matter what happened. I did my best. I really, truly tried, but... Suki raises her head. She sniffles, her eyes shining, as tears begin to drip down her cheeks. You're right. I guess you really do know me better than anybody. It's just the tape, don't worry. It's something that basically can't break if I throw it. I might be stubborn, but all those cruel comments still hurt. How? But she was fucking cruel to you as well. How does this not hurt? Supposed family says bad things about you. I'd say it's worse, to be honest. Also, I have no control over my hair today. Tonight, actually. God damn it. Whatever. I wanted to support Nekohime because I know she's more insecure than I am. But I get insecure about things too. I worry and I get anxious and get scared, but I'm the leader, somebody's there to comfort me. Sometimes it all gets too much. Suki cries openly now, just like a small child. Her eyes are red raw, and her shoulders are shaking uncontrollably. Also, we should point out that the old hack is really such a bitch because she approached the situation when there are so many people around. That's like the worst thing that could have been done. I already made a lot of enemies online. I don't want to make an enemy of my family too. Why not? Do it. Really do it. Follow your dreams, okay? Because clearly this is a dream you can realize over here. I mean, it's in progress. But, I mean, you released 2 games that seem to be, at least the first one was a success. The second one seems to be probably a success as well. So, I care. I know I've said more of mean things about you, Grandma, but I really do love you. I'm not convinced. And I love you too, Tsukiko, silly and fanciful for you may be. Yeah, also dubbed here. You just love to have control over people. Now why don't you come here? I'm your grandma, don't nobody understand you like I do. And nobody else will be able to wipe away your tears. Wanna bet? You're more fragile than you let on. That's why you need me to take care of you. Oh my god. Don't fall for those words. You never should have run away. Oh, Grandpa. I've never agreed with you, but maybe right. Okay. Can we interfere? I'm too fast, I take on too much responsibility and then I crash and burn. Can we I can hack everything on my own, so... Suki breathes in deeply. Maybe I should go back after all. Where's my choice? No! Way! I stand there blankly immobile, like a scarecrow. I can hardly believe my own ears, but... Suki just said she was going to be back. She's going to return to her grandmother's house. What will happen then? What about MikoMaid? What about friendship? What? Will I ever see Suki again? I can't let that happen. Exactly. I want to call out her, but do I really have any right to stop her? Yes, you fucking do! If I were stronger and more self-confident, maybe none of this would have happened. It's because Suki had to worry about me and my own fragile ego that she got so burned out. This is my fault. So I should stand back and let it happen. Okay, Kurumi. Right now I'm counting on you. Give Nekohime a strong kick in the ass. So she goddamn interferes there. I don't have a right to intervene. Yes, you do. God damn it. You are together. You are a couple. This is all my fault. No, it's not. Hey! Oof. I went my temple smarting and glanced at Kurumi. Did she just hit me? Nice! Thank you for listening to me, girl. What was that for? Oh, don't ask me that and got me those. Don't give me those puppy dog eyes either. You know exactly why I did that. I need to bring you to your senses. But why? There's nothing I can do. That's what you might think, but you're wrong. Weren't you the one who gave me that speech earlier? You cheered me up when I fell down, so why don't you do the same to Suki? She's your friend. You told me you'd spend a lot of precious time together with her. You can't stand back now and let that fall to ruin? I know, but does family matter? It doesn't fucking matter! I'm not related, so I have no right to interrupt. Who cares? You might not be related by blood, but sometimes are even stronger than that. Thank you. You care about Suki, or at least I thought you did. That's what you told me. You made me realize how abominably I treated my own friends. So you can't stand back and let this happen. There is no way you're really okay with this. And even if you are, I'm not. I don't want you guys to break up. But Kurumi, isn't that why you came to Manga Market in the first place? You want us to quit making visual novels? You said also visual novels, capital letters. You said we're a disgrace to the industry. He said a lot of things. I still agree with a lot of what they said actually, but I don't want to see you give in more this easily. You've already weathered a lot of storms. This is just another trial in your way. You can overcome it. Probably. You have to, because if you don't, you won't be able to spend time with Suki again. Everything you've done and everything you worked for, it's all for nothing. Kurumi. I blinked at my feisty companion, momentarily taken aback. She's right. Thank you, Kurumi. Thank you. She sounds just as passionate as she did yesterday. Only now she isn't trashing our hard work and telling us to quit. Instead, she wants us to keep going. You know what? Now that I think about it, I can go higher. Okay. Tiny bit better. She wants me to keep going. I mean, of course she does. It's funny how things can change in 24 hours. People really are fickle, and so are their moods. But there is one thing I do know. I know that... the headphones are sliding off. No matter how many hardships she's faced alone, Suki doesn't want to disband our group. I know she doesn't. She feels lost and confused right now, and her grandmother is taking advantage of that. Exactly. But I can't let Suki fall into her clutches. Her grandmother might be her family, but Clover and I are her friends, and we care about her too. We care about her dreams. We want her to be happy. And she won't be happy if she has to live in a denial, repressing her true desires. That's why I raise my head. I stare Suki's grandmother around, my eyes narrowed. Then I shout. No, don't do it, Suki! This isn't what you want! Huh? Suki turns around like a sleepwalker, her eyes glassy. What was that? Nekohime, is that you? That's right, it's me! I arrived too late, so apologize! But I'm here now. I'm going to do my duty as a member of our group. My legs are shaking and my throat feels dry. My heart won't stop hammering and my face is burning. I can feel hundreds of curious eyes fixed upon me. I'm the center of attention. I might as well have a spotlight trained on me. I've never liked being too conspicuous. I used to stammer and blush badly whenever I had to read my work aloud at school, and there were only 30 kids in my class. Well, I'd probably deal with that properly. I mean, I did used to play football, I guess. So, because of that, I kinda, am able to deal with stress, I guess. This is on a totally different level. The pressure is intense, but I can't give up now. This is for Suki's sake, so I need to be strong. I won't let myself give in. And who are you? Are you another one of Suki's so-called friends? Yeah, that's right, I am. Suki's very dear to me. And that's why I have to speak up. I can't let her go away with you. You old hag. And who are you to say what my grandmother can do? She's already made up her mind. You wouldn't be much of a smart friend if you didn't listen to my Tsukiko's wishes. Well, you wouldn't be much of a family fucking member if you didn't listen to her wishes, bitch. I had to. Damn, I'm so impulsive lately. The sheer injustice of these words stink. I look at the ground, wincing my brow furrowed. Don't twist six, so I sound like the bad guy. You are the one who isn't listening to Suki. She said she didn't want to go back with you, but you wouldn't accept that. You kept pushing and pushing at her, picking away at her self-confidence bit by bit until she crumbled. What kind of grandmother would do something that cruel, huh? Not even my parents would be that callous. You don't know what you're talking about, little girl. You're nothing but an outsider. You're not involved in any of this. I am involved, you bitch. I counter so loudly I fear my vocal cords will tear. Well, mine won't because it's middle of the night, so, My body is shaking and my brow is flushed with sweat. But still I can give in. Suki's my friend and I love her and I want what's best for her. She said she was going to go back with you, but I know that's not what she wants. Don't be so presumptuous. You may be Suki's friend, but I am her grandmother. Her rightful place is with me. It's where she belongs. No, that's your own selfish perception of the world. Suki has no obligation to stay with you, even if you're family. Not if you're trying to cut her down like this. You can't force her to come back with you. She's an adult, and she can decide her own future. And I don't think this is the future she wants. What do you have to say, Suki? Suki, tell this only the truth. You want to come home with me, don't you? Suki? Tsukiko! Suki glanced between the two of us helplessly. Come on. To betray her grandmother or to pursue her dreams. It's a difficult position to be in. I don't envy her, but okay, so let's phrase it differently. Betray the grandmother, so family member, or go after the person you are in love with, basically, because you're in a relationship with this white-haired beauty. Easy choice for me, to be honest. Easy choice. I mean, family goes, away, and you are chasing after the one you love. That's what I'd do. Suki, please. I've lived with you for almost a year, and I'd like to think I know you. You were always so enthusiastic when we talked about making a game together. You were the one who suggested the idea, and you're the one who talked me into it, even if I was hesitant. I tried to refuse, but your enthusiasm won me over. I thought you were an amazing, shining person who never gave up no matter what. I admired you, and I want to be like you. But now I know I relied on you a little too much. No matter how amazing you are a person, just like everybody else. You get tired, and you get upset, and you get burned and you get burned out. But I'll never think any less of you. I admire you. And even if you stumble, I'll be there to support you. I just want to be by your side. That's because I care about you. Oh, Nekohime. Suki looks at me, sniffing, her eyes wide. Before, with a choked emotional sob, she dashes forwards. Suki winds her arms around me, sniffing, and she's not the only one. Clover embraces me from the other side, her chest pushed up against my shoulder, arms holding me tight. Warm. Safe. I'm so sorry, Nekohime, you're right. Everything you said is right. I never want to turn my back on you, on my dreams. This is what I've always wanted. But when my grandma said those things, I started to doubt myself. I thought maybe I was too weak to be her leader, and I should bow out before I make myself look stupid. Okay, don't be afraid of making yourself stupid. I do this all the time, and I don't care. I didn't want to lose your respect or admiration, but now I can see how stupid I was. So, does that mean you're staying? That's right, I'll stay. I want to stay so we can make visual novels together. Capital letters. For as long as possible. Suki, I never thought I'd be so glad to hear you say that. The gang's all back together. I mean, it's never been apart. For a few minutes, I've got to admit, I was pretty worried. Thanks for pulling that out the bag, Nekohime. You did a great job. With a pause, she sneezed. For some reason, my eyes fell all watery. Maybe I've got something in them. Mine too. It must be these bright lights. Same here. Same here. No, it's not actually. The three of us cling to one another, helplessly, all sobbing. Okay, maybe a bit. But they aren't tears of despair. My eyes may be watery, but my heart feels as light as a feather. We're all together again. Now I don't need to worry. Our bonds are unbreakable. No, old hag, don't you dare try to interfere in this moment. And nothing will be able to tear us apart. Now. Not ever.
Suki, you can be serious about this. I thought you said you would come back with me.
Oh, I did, yeah. Well, I don't care. I realize how mistaken I was. You might be my family, but I will never feel at home beneath your roof.
Burn!
You've never once accepted me. And even now, after I've made my dreams come true, you can't be happy for me. You didn't bother complimenting me on my achievements. Instead, you tried to make me feel small and ashamed. What kind of grandmother would do that?
I'm just trying to protect your image. They said,
I don't care what they say. Sure, their words can hurt, and sometimes I thought about giving in, but I won't give them the satisfaction. I won't give you the satisfaction either. I care about my work, even if you don't, and I want to keep improving. I won't forgive myself if I run away. True. You would have so much regret in your life because of that. That's right, Suki, you tell her. But I'm telling you, it's definitely like this. Basically, grandmother had her own dreams. Either her family fucked it up for her, or she decided not to follow that, and now she's trying to do the same to her granddaughter. That's usually how it is. Usually in families it's like this, or they force you to realize their own dream. That's how it works usually, unfortunately. Anyway, that's right, Suki, you tell her. We're all here with you, and we'll always support you, I promise. Yeah, I'll support you too as well. I know, you guys, I know. And that's why I can finally stand up to this old hag. She's controlled my life for far too long. I always want to make her happy when I was younger, but now I know that my life belongs to me. I only have one of them, so I might as well cherish it. True. Try to make your family happy is well and good. But when their ideas for your future conflict with your own, you need to stand up to them. True.
You have to fight because if you don't, you'll watch your life pass by without you.
Deep. That's really deep.
I don't want to end up sad and alone like you, grandmother. I want to pursue my own path, and I'll do that with Nekohime and Clover by my side. That is my dream, and I won't let you take it away from me. Not now, and not ever.
That's right, you old hawk. Whew. After that altercation, Suki's grandmother departs defeated. It looks like the three of us have won. We can continue to make visual novels, capital letters, together without any worry of being separated. But it's not just the three of us standing at our table in my market, there is somebody else here too. Kurumi. She's the one who gave me the courage to stand up to Suki's grandmother, so I think she deserves a few words of thanks too. Of course she does. Of course, she did what I told her to do. She kicked you in the ass and told you to move forward, because that's what needed to be done, and...
Hey, Nekohime!
The three of driving away her grandmother by that. Suki turns to her unexpected guest with a small frown on her face.
What did she do here?
This is...
I'm glad you asked.
Kurumi pushes me out of the way. I thought I was supposed to be her teacher, and directs a challenging glare at Suki, her lips pulled up into a smug smile.
I'm Kurumi. I think you might recognize me.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I do. So I wish I didn't. You're that little brat who came here and started to insult us. You're lucky I'm in a good mood right now, or I'd curse you out so hard your ancestors will feel it. Now, Scrum, I don't want to hear more vitriol from you.
You want to curse me out, huh? How rude! And after everything I've done to help you too.
What are you talking about? Sure, you helped us by making yourself look like a huge moron, but I don't think that was intentional.
I did not look like a moron. I had a bit of fashion mitzvah, maybe, but that's beside the point.
I thought for a group today, even if I don't like your stories, so you should be a bit more grateful. What have we got to be grateful for? I don't get it.
I'm the one who told Nekohime to take a stand.
She's supposed to be my teacher, but I had to coach her so she could save friendship, isn't that right?
Huh? What's that about? You know this girl, do you, Nekohime?
And I'm the one who used to be a teacher, not you.
She must be delusional. Maybe she hit her head when she fell over yesterday. Let's ignore her. Come on, Clover, Nekohime, we have games to sell.
Don't you turn your back on me! Not after all I've done. I'm not some NPC. I'm a main character in this story too. Tell them, Nekohime, I want to take my spot as main heroine too.
Kurumi puts her arm about mine and looks up at me. Her lips pursed. Her breasts are pushed against my arm. They feel warm and soft.
I mean, of course they feel soft.
But no, I can't let myself get distracted by this sensation. I need to say something.
Nekohime, why is she clinging to you like that?
Well, I know it's this is unexpected, but she's right. She said a lot of terrible things about us yesterday, but she did help me today. She gave me the courage to stand up to your grandmother, and without her I might not have made it here at all. She's a bit opinionated, and maybe she isn't always the most polite person, but I think we should give her a chance.
That's right! Give me a chance! I feel bad about insulting you guys, and now I want to make up to you.
You want to apologize yet? Then why didn't you say so? All that you should be grateful nonsense was pretty aggravating. You should have said what you meant, and then we wouldn't have been so hostile. You really mean that? I used to be a teacher, so I'm used to kids throwing temper tantrums. And getting into arguments. Friendship groups were always breaking up over the most trivial of offenses. But there is no dispute that can be smoothed over with an apology. I mean, there are some things, but let's not go into too far details. No way. I was sure you'd be pissed.
I'm pissed. I'm not accepting as Nekohime or Clover, but, well, if they're okay with you, I guess I can put aside my own distaste for now. I want to be the bigger woman, so I begrudgingly accept your apology. Thank you, Suki. Appreciate it. I mean,
Krumi clears her throat, her face burning red.
Of course you accept my apology. I deserve it after all. Now,
Krumi stabs a finger in Suki's direction.
won't you let me sell copies of MikoMaid 2 with you?
hey, you want to hang around fast? But why?
I sold my own visual novel at a convention before, but I never went anywhere as big as Manga Market. I didn't have much success either. For once, I'd like to know what it feels like to be popular. Plus,
Krumi's self-confidence falters. She looks down at her feet, eyes half-lidded, and pulls the tips of her index fingers together coyly.
I'd like to spend more time with Nekohime. I like her a lot and I owe her, so I want to help her out. She's my teacher after all. Sensei! She might be shy and anxious and maybe she gets flustered so easily. But she's prepared to stand up for her beliefs and she loves all her friends.
By the way, anyone noticed that Suki is the only one not wearing thigh highs?
I want to let her do more like that. I'm sick of running away. That's why I can't back down now from this challenge. I can't say I really understand what you're saying, but well... What do you think, Clever Nekohime?
you're the boss, Suki, but I like her. I think she's super passionate. Yeah, I'm rather fond of her, too. I think she'll be a big help.
I'm not so sure myself, but... we do have a lot of customers to serve. And it'd be useful if we had an extra pair of hands, so very well. You're in. For today you can be an honorary member of our group. How does that sound?
An honorary member.
Krumi's eyes sparkle.
Finally, I'm part of the group again. Now I don't have to be alone.
Hey, don't get carried away, okay? This is just one of... I'm going to let you join us on a permanent basis. You're still an outsider.
Oh, you might change your mind after you've seen how good I am at PR. There's no one better dealing with crowds than me. Let me handle everything.
You're not meant to handle everything. You're not even an official member of our group. I'm the one in control, okay? You've got to answer to me.
Okay, whatever.
Don't whatever me, you little brat. I'm one doing you a favor here. Why? I should coat your feet in semen and dump you in the bottom of the ocean.
Funny exchange. Clover and I watch Suki bicker with Krumi, both smiling, like contented parents.
It looks like today's gonna be pretty lively, huh? That's right, I guess we'd better get to work. You read my mind. You read my mind, Nekohime. Let's do our best. Right.
Looks like we have our work cut out for us. But for once, I don't feel anxious. It's a bright warm day and the shining is the sun. The sun is shining and the birds are singing. They always do that at the wrong hour for. And I think I'm going to have fun.
And so, 1 week after the events at Manga Market.
I see, Sakura, are you?
That's right, Mom, but most of my friends call me Kikuko's cold. Her eyes rake over my body and I went shining all over my head and mumble under my breath.
Saya is just fine.
Kikuko is an old-fashioned woman and she doesn't seem like the sort who'd appreciate internet handles. I mean, I understand that. But it still pisses me off inside that a certain someone doesn't use the proper name of certain boyfriend of hers. It's... But whatever. I think there's a higher chance of the sun spontaneously combusting than Kikuko ever deigning to call me
Nekohime.
For as long as I'm beneath Kikuko's roof, I have to conceive myself to be plain, ordinary Saya. Now that I think about it, we did check in Sakura Gamer first. what the names meant, right? What was the meaning behind the names? I don't remember what was. Something with night?
Very well, sire.
I must say you look somewhat familiar. Your name is familiar too.
Hugo says over me harshly.
Have we met before the events of that so-called manga market?
It isn't so cold, Grandma. That's like what it's actually called.
Kiko, don't take that tone with me. And don't roll your eyes. Ida, how many times do I have to tell you?
I think you've told me enough times already, Grandma. Can't you get it through your head that I'm not a doll? I don't exist to obey you.
Evidently. I don't think you've ever obeyed anybody once in your life. You're as stubborn as a mule. Kikuga breathes out through her nostrils for a few moments, trying to compose herself before she looks back at me.
So, sire, have we met before?
I will beneath Kiko's penetrating stare. She might be an old lady, but she's pretty scary.
No, she isn't. Look, she's glaring at me all the time and I don't give a damn.
I won't be surprised if she could breathe fire from those nostrils of hers. It doesn't help that the last time I met her, I ended up shouting at her. I think I sounded pretty cool at the time. It's awkward to sit down with her like none of that ever happened. I can understand why Suki wanted to leave this place so badly. I've only been here a short while, and I really want to run away. I wish Suki hadn't asked me to come here with her, but what choice did I have? Suki is my girlfriend, and I want to support her, particularly when it comes to dealing with her family. Tsuki's mother and father are abroad, and her grandmother is all she has left. Okay, to be honest, this line sounds like abroad means they are dead. They're just abroad.
I was going to run away from my past and never look back. But then I saw my grandmother manga market and realized that I couldn't keep shutting her out of my life. I mean, she's my family.
You can do that, for.
I have a lot of things I want to say her. We parted bad terms and I'd like to bury the hatchet if that's possible. Plus I want to introduce her to you. You're my girlfriend and I'm not ashamed of it. I kept my sexuality a secret from my grandmother for a long time, but if you're with me, I won't have to feel alone. I won't be scared. Please, sire, would you come with me to see my grandmother just once?
That's what Suki said, and that's how we ended up here in the shrine in Asakusa.
It's not the first time I've been to this shrine.
I recognize this traditional Japanese style room with its tatami mats and its sliding doors. I came here before to fix
Kikuko's laptop.
It was a laptop? No, it wasn't. It was a PC, right? Whatever. That was before I knew how much her granddaughter would mean to me, and that the two of us would end up in a relationship.
Well, speak up, girl. Have I not seen you before?
I squeak in alarm and look at my lap, my face burning.
I'm sorry, Mom.
I was just trying to gather my thoughts, but you're right. We have met before almost 2 years ago during the summer. I was your computer repair technician. You had a problem with a laptop after you filled the D drive with rice.
Oh, I see. That was yours. I thought you looked familiar. And did you know my Sakura back then by any chance?
No, but we met a bit later. It was all a coincidence, really.
Coincidence, I see. And now you two are lovers, did you say it was?
Kikuko says the word lovers like it's something distasteful. How can it be distasteful? It's beautiful. My face burned bright red with shame, but Tsugio doesn't look flustered at all. Instead, she wraps one protective arm around my shoulder and pulls me close, her eyes molten.
That's right. Sayo here's my girlfriend, and I love her a lot. We've been together through thick and thin. No matter what happens, she always has my back. I care about her a lot, and while you might not approve, I want you to know how I feel. I kept this secret for a long time, afraid it would turn on me, but...
Tsuki draws in a deep breath.
I'm a lesbian.
Kyuko looks at her granddaughter blankly, her expression comprehending. For a few moments I wonder if she doesn't know what lesbian means. To an old traditionalist like her, it must seem like a very strange new modern concept, like the wireless earbuds and the internet. Capital letter, please. Suki seems to share my thoughts, because she hastens to explain.
That means I'm in love with women, not men. I know what a lesbian is, a child. I might be old, but I'm not completely cut off from reality. Such things were unheard of back in my day there.
Plot twist?
When I was about your age, I took lessons at local art school. It was for women only, and for our tutor was a woman herself, a rather pretty one too.
Plot twist?
A lot of women in my art class were housewives. Their husbands came from home late, and they were bored with their life.
Where is this going?
Some of them developed feelings for our teacher, who was very kind and patient. One of my friends, in particular, was very admired of our teacher, and I suppose I can't blame her. Her husband was an alcoholic, and he was a bore, and he never appreciated her.
Bastard.
She enjoyed taking card lessons, and she liked flirting with our teacher even more. I suppose it injected a bit of thrill in her drab life. I thought nothing of it. I thought myself it was just a phase. I didn't think it was possible for two women to really love one another, but...
Why would not be... What do you mean it's not possible? Of course it's possible. Kikuko shakes her head.
I was wrong. In the end, my friend ran off with our art teacher. I haven't heard from her since.
I mean, given the fact that it was probably somewhere around the time of the dinosaurs, she might be dead.
I know we were still together now, but it seems that... Wait. As they truly loved one another. My friend tried to explain her feelings to me on many occasions, but I dismissed them. I wasn't very supportive.
Wow, color me surprised right here. You were not supportive? No way!
If I'd been more open-minded, maybe she wouldn't have cut ties with me when she left.
So this is what this is about. Tsukika basically reminded you of your old friend, who basically did the same thing. And she was not looking back.
But I suppose I deserved it. I said some harsh, unfair things to her. I just hope she's doing alright.
Kikuko looks at her reflection, distorting her cup of green tea. I drink some.
You see, Tsukiko, I'm not the feeble-minded fool you make me out to be. I've lived a full life of my own, and I've seen many things. There is little you could do to shock me now.
So, let me get this straight. You're not angry that I'm dating another woman, are you?
No, I'm not. I conjured my friend about her affection so much that she cut me out of her life forever. I regretted it since, and I don't want to do the same thing with my own granddaughter, not grandmother. Oh my god. People can love whoever they want, however they want.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the webcam lost the sharpness for a second.
If it makes you happy, child, then I will not castigate you. In the end, I've only ever wanted the best for you.
But you were always so harsh to me when I was young. You scolded my handwriting, table manners, my way of talking. There was nothing I could do that wouldn't piss you off. You were always finding faults, so forgive I didn't feel like confiding in you. I was sure you'd use my sexuality as another way to insult me. I thought you'd never accept me for who I am, so...
In the end, you ran away.
That's partially why I left you, yeah, but it's not the only reason. You broke me down with your constant criticism. Leaving you was stifling. I knew you wanted me to be shrine maiden after you, and I couldn't accept that. It's not what I wanted.
You'd make a cute shrine maiden for.
I couldn't let you dictate my future for me.
So you decided to leave instead of talking to me about it like a rational adult.
Yes.
What was there to talk about? You were never interested in having conversation. Whenever I opened my mouth, I was told children should be seen and not heard, even when I was in my 20s. You've always treated me like a little kid. I knew, if I stayed under your thumb, you'd never see me like an adult. That's why I had to go. It's not because I didn't love you, Grandma, because I did. I still do, no matter how cruel you were. I know you care about me in your own way. I loved you, I still do, but I can't stay with you.
So I have no intention of returning to live with me.
None whatsoever, I'm sorry. But I'm my own person with my own life. I have a car, and I have a girlfriend, and I want to stay with her.
Oh, yes, that car of yours.
It's a car, let's face it. And apparently in her situation, it is kind of successful. Right? Kikuko snorts dismissively.
I saw what you were peddling when I went to that so-called manga market.
Like I said, it's not so-called. That's what it's actually called.
Your stall was decorated with cardboard cutouts of half-naked characters, and as for the artwork on the cover of your games...
Kikuko toots.
It does look a very respectable occupation, especially for a young woman.
What do you mean? What's a respectable occupation? Come on. There is no such a thing. Respectable occupation or not respectable.
Could you consider yourself something more feminine like flower arranging or the playing koto?
Nobody plays the koto anymore, Grandma. It's a dead instrument, and I'm not trying to be a geisha. What's a koto?
Come on, browser. Koto instrument. Oh, wait, they do play that in Japan, I'm pretty sure. But like shrine maidens, exactly. Or geishas, as she said, maybe.
Besides, is there an occupation more feminine than drawing cute girls?
Well, that's debatable.
No, it's not.
Young babies are cute.
Young babies are not cute, okay? No. Puppies, yes. Babies, no. Not whatsoever. I'm sorry. I will never agree with that statement, probably. Who knows? At this point, I can't agree with that.
But your cute characters hardly looked human. Their eyes were much too big. And those proportions. Nice. No Japanese woman has a chest quite that large.
Wanna bet?
It's artistic license, Grandma. They're not supposed to look realistic.
That's also true.
I'm drawing in an anime style cause that's what sells.
Well, I wouldn't know about that. I used to paint myself, but I always painted from life.
I painted Thanks, you old hunk. Now I'll have nightmares. Because, you know, she said she painted herself, and now she's painted nudes as well. Oh. So basically, not only will I have nightmares, I hope you also will share that with me. Those nightmares.
And who gets to decide that, huh? Don't you think you're being hypocritical? Were prints by the great masters considered tasteful, even when they feature interspecies sexual intercourse, but my cute anime girls aren't?
True.
Oh, you asked too many questions, Sukiko. I don't know why you want to argue with me. Surely you can see that your art is nothing but pornography.
But she's got the point, and you basically don't have the counter-attack for it.
And lots of respected Japanese artists drew pornography, but they didn't tarnish their reputations. Why is my art considered impure, dirty, and devoid of meaning?
It's not.
Don't you think that's unfair?
It is.
Well, maybe. I'm old, I must admit, and perhaps I'm somewhat stuck in my habits.
Somewhat? You are stuck in your habits very much.
Drawing porn does seem like a waste of your talent, but I must have drawn naked men and women when I was studying art, and nobody considered that inappropriate. Perhaps you're right, it might not be all that different.
It's not that different. Kyoko sighs and shakes her head. The muscles beneath her withered, ropey neck tense. Despite Kyuko's haughty expression and her regal bearing, she's old and physically fragile. Maybe she's not that scary after all.
I apologize to Kiko for keeping you on such a short leash. Promised your parents I'd look after you, and that's what I intended. But I'm old and set in my ways, and perhaps I was being too harsh on you. My own mother disciplined me severely, and her mother before her. But they came from different times. The world is changing, and so too our perceptions of what young girls can and cannot do. I do not understand your art, and I don't care to. It doesn't appeal to me, and I'm not the target audience. In the past, I tried to dissuade you from pursuing art because your art was not the sort of art I was familiar with.
Wait. Okay, so basically if she was some kind of genius and basically created a completely new sort of art, but you didn't know it, and you decided you are not allowed to do that, you basically... Wow. You might have stopped a completely new art from appearing for humanity. How would you feel about that now?
Anyway, I suppose it's time or less, not all things in life have to cutter me.
Exactly.
I'm sorry for failing you in the past, Tokyo. I was harsh because I loved you. But now I see my love was misplaced.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? You're actually apologizing.
Indeed I am. These words don't come easily to a stubborn woman like myself, so don't make me repeat them, but I mean what I say. I want to bring you back home no matter the cost, but...
Kyuko glanced at me, smiling faintly.
I see you've already found a splendid home of your own. You're an adult now, if I did not want to admit it. And perhaps it's time I'll let you make your own way in this world, harsh and intimidating though it can be.
And it can, yeah.
I understand the path you walk, but I wish you luck, and I hope you find happiness. Your happiness may be different to the sort I am accustomed to, but I'm sure it is happiness nonetheless. You have my blessings.
No way! My grandma actually accepts me. My dreaming. Finally, she accepts me. She accepts both of us. Oh, thank you for calling me. I never have had the courage to confront any of it went for you.
You don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything.
No, that's not true. You started with me and you spoke to my grandmother. You helped me get off my feet. You helped me. You helped us spend our relationship. You really are the best girlfriend I could ever dream of.
And with this cheerful exclamation... Hey, Tsukio, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Tsukiko throws her arms around me in a tight embrace. She smells good, like strawberries and cream. That's a good smell! And all my favorite sweet things rolled into one. Her skin is soft and her embrace feels comforting. But I can't help but be acutely aware of her grandmother's watchful eyes. Is Kikuko judging us? I don't want her to hate me. I made a pretty poor showing the last time we met, after I shouted at her in the middle of the crowded convention. I can hardly be shooting up in her esteem, embracing her beloved granddaughter before her eyes. That's what I think at least, but...
Ah, young love, seriously, get that room.
That's what she should say. Hugo smiles as she watches us, her eyes misty with old age.
I remember when I was younger.
No, do you?
I was all over my husband like that too. I'm glad you were able to find somebody you love too, Tsukiko. Another woman would not have been my first choice, but so long as you're happy, I'm happy.
I'm happy. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. I really do love Saya, and now I'm never going to let her go.
Not ever? Suki's fingers dig out more tightly about my waist.
Not if you need to go to the restroom. I'll be by your side forever and always. So you better get used to it.
If you do anything to upset my dear granddaughter, you'll have to answer to me. I may be old, but I was quite skilled with the naginata when I was younger.
I swallow, suddenly anxious. And I thought being welcomed into Tsuki's family would be a good thing. Now I'm beginning to wonder... Tsukiko's grandmother might be just as wild as her granddaughter.
Don't worry, I'm sure it'll be fine, and I know you would never hurt me. I trust you and I really do love you. Woo!
Sakura Gamer 2.
Thank you for reading.
You're welcome.
I don't know why I'm laughing. Oh, waffle again. And in mask character art. Oh boy. That was a good entrance into Sakura Gamer. So, as per usual, I guess next episode we are gonna to check out how other endings look like, how other scenes that we haven't seen look like, and so on. I guess I'll get to recording another episode tonight as well, so it's fine. I know, I always wait for something to appear after credits, but I think in Sakura games it never happens actually, so whatever. Anyway, for now, hope you enjoyed. We basically completed Suki's route, and we'll see which one will fall. I mean, we'll go after Clover, I guess. I mean, why not, right? I don't know if there's a harem or not. No, whatever. Anyway, for now, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you tomorrow as well. Bye bye.